I've got a segment I've started called Photo Bomb. So basically, I troll your social media before we talk, and I come up with a couple of photos I want to ask you more about.
Oh, geez.
And
Okay.
one of them was that photo, mate. Like, I've got to stress here that no babies were hurt in the making of this.
No, no babies were hurt in the making of that. That is a baby doll, so to speak.
So what's actually happening there? What are you juggling babies for?
Well, this is like the thing. When Spencer told me about this, I was like, I'm doing what? And so that my main goal was to just not drop the baby, and I never dropped the baby.
But what's actually happening in the scene?
For those of you that haven't seen the Ice Nine video for a work of art, which is in Terrifier 3, this is Art essentially kills one of the main characters who's pregnant, chokes her with the umbilical cord, carries the baby, but as he's walking toward the stage, chucks the baby behind him, and I catch the baby. So at the end of the video, you hear the baby cry, which technically means I could still be alive. So I've told Spencer I'd like to be in the sequel, and he, now that as the new killer, can chase me and the baby.
There's a scoop right there for you. All right, and the second photo, you've spoken about your relationship with Jaret before, but when I found this photo, it said that he was just explaining the story about how you almost didn't become friends. Tell us that story.
Oh my gosh, yes. So this is the yeah, basically I'm an asshole and we almost didn't become friends. No, so what happened is I got a call about doing that podcast with Jaret, the one I mentioned where we came up with the inception of 1999. And so I got the call about doing it, but at the time I had just finished my film Adverse that I produced and starred in and went head to head with Mickey Rourke. So it was a very serious, dramatic film. And I said, I'm not doing any nostalgia stuff right now. So I do want to do the podcast, but I got to do it after Lionsgate finishes my press tour for Adverse. So the only thing that Jaret heard from his team was, hey, Tom doesn't want to talk about American Pie. So he went and did the podcast for Jared Goes to the Movies. They watched American Pie, and then he talked about me being an asshole, not wanting to talk about American Pie. And so then a few months later, I was done with the press tour for Adverse. The film had come out in theaters. So I was touring around Texas, and I got an offer to do the podcast. And he's like, the owner of the venue is like, oh, my friend is in a band, and he has this podcast, and it was Jaret. So Jaret got the call about me doing like Jared Goes to the Movies with American Pie. He goes, "What do you mean that guy does?" We ended up talking on the phone. He realized I'm only like I guess the same type of asshole as that he likes because I am still an asshole. And then we became just very fast friends. And now his wife Casey refers to us as Oil and Oil.